The seventh chapter of the book of Isaiah tells of an event. At that time, the king of Judah was King Ahaz. Since he is the king of Judah, so he was a descendant of David. He was supposed to believe in the Lord. But strangely enough, when King Ahaz ruled, he did not trust the Lord and worshipped idols. He served other gods. So the whole country was in chaos. At that time, King Ahaz was attacked many times by surrounding nations, especially by the king of Aram and the king of Israel in the north. At this time, King Ahaz heard a report saying, the northern king of Israel and the king of Aram had formed an alliance. They allied to attack you. Upon hearing this news, King Ahaz was very afraid, extremely afraid, very afraid, and all the residents of Jerusalem were afraid. But at that moment, God sent the prophet Isaiah to King Ahaz and said, King Ahaz, be calm. Do not be afraid. Do not fear that the kings of Aram and Israel have allied. You should not be afraid. They will not unite to attack you. Do not be afraid. But King Ahaz did not believe. No, he did not believe. So he was very afraid. Then the prophet said to King Ahaz that they would not attack you. You should ask the Lord for a sign. The Lord will give you a sign or an indication to show you that. The Lord will give a vision or a sign to tell you. But King Ahaz said, I will not ask the Lord for a sign. I will not test the Lord. What does that mean? It means he did not believe. He did not believe in being saved. He did not believe the words of the Lord's prophet. He did not believe. He did not believe that the northern kingdom of Israel, the army of Aram, will not come to attack Israel, would not come to attack Judah. He did not believe. Then he said, I will not test the Lord. He said he would not test the Lord. At that moment, God was very angry. He said, I will not give a sign. I will not be tested by the Lord. But asking for a sign is not testing. Asking for a sign means, Lord, the Lord helped the king of Judah. King Ahaz, the northern kings of Israel and Aram will not attack you. This omen is good. If you do not ask, then, God says this, O house of David, you should listen. You being weary is one thing. But must my God also be weary? Why is God displeased with the house of David and King Ahaz? Because they do not believe in God. The Lord says, the prophet said, be calm, believe in your God. Do not worry about the northern kingdom of Israel attacking you. He said, I do not believe in God. I do not. I will not ask God for a sign. I will not ask God to give a sign to prove that the northern kingdom of Israel, and also Aram, the kingdom of Judah. So God became very displeased with King Ahaz, and also displeased with the descendants of David. Then God himself gave a sign. Therefore, the sovereign Lord will give you a sign. Behold, a virgin will conceive and bear a son. People will surely call his name Immanuel. This phrase means that you do not ask the Lord for a sign. Fine, then we won't bother with you. God gives a sign himself. When this son is called, the virgin will conceive. People will call his name Immanuel. Of course, we mean that the Virgin Mary conceived and gave birth to the Lord Christ. And then, after the Lord Christ was born, hundreds of years later, after the birth of this son, who is called Immanuel, God would abolish the Old Testament. And then, this son called Immanuel established a new covenant. He will no longer be displeased with the New Testament Israel, right? The Israelites will no longer find the new covenant tedious. Not weary of the new covenant Israel, not weary of the brothers of Hebrew, and these children who follow brother Heap. Because this group of children will ask the Lord, centering everything on God. Everything. Please always serve God with your mind. But ancient King Ahaz, and ancient Judah, and Israel, they all displease God. As it is said here, you have made me displeased, which is a small matter, but it is a serious matter to displease God. God strongly despised the Old Testament Israel. So God decided to let a virgin conceive and give birth. When this son, after his crucifixion, his son was born, this son will lead people back to God, so that God will no longer be displeased with them. This is the reason. So God implies that after the son called Immanuel is born, the New Testament will be established. The spiritual Israel of the New Covenant will no longer cause God to feel aversion.